Alright guys, we are back for more of my 26th birthday special. We just did a 3 strikes game of The Price is Right 2010 edition for the Nintendo Wii, and that was a whole lot of fun. And we did manage to take home a total of $50,773, which was pretty nice overall. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Family Feud 2010 edition for the Nintendo Wii. So let's see if we can make it to fast money and win $20,000 this game. Alright, let's go to single player. And what kind of show do I want to do here? Let's do show number 2. Alright, let's play the feud.
It's time to play Family Feud. Let's see today's playing family. First, player 1.
There's my family.
You'll be playing against the Cooper.
We're taking on the Coopers this game. Alright, time for the first round.
Let's start the first round. Approach the podium. It's time for a face-off. Name something the lawnmower might accidentally roll over. We surveyed 100 people. Top 7 answers are on the board.
Top 7 answers are on the board.
Do you have an answer for us?
Name something the lawnmower might accidentally roll into.
You can do it.
Oh boy, this is already getting kind of tough. We're out of time.
Too long, sorry. Give a better answer and you. What does the survey
Alright, my opponents say shoes, and that's not up there.
That's not a correct answer. Give a better answer and you'll win control.
I'll say a hose.
Survey says. All right.
Alright, it's number 6, a garden hose.
Will you play?
I'll play.
Yes, this family's going to play. Your answer?
Foot.
Was that a good answer? Yes.
It's number 4.
What's your answer?
A flower.
Let's see if it's up there. Good answer.
Flowers, number 3.
What's your answer?
A rock.
You only have a few seconds to answer. Let's see if it's up there. Great. It's correct.
Rocks, and that's the number 1 answer.
What's your answer?
Okay. Boy, I'm not too sure about this. That's strike 1.
You took too long. Sorry. Your answer?
I'm trying to think here of some other good answers.
You only have a few seconds to answer.
And that's strike 2.
This is your second strike. Watch out or the other family will try to steal. Do you have an answer for us?
How about a ball?
What does the survey say? Yes.
Number 7. Alright, 2 more answers to find.
What do you think? You can do it.
I don't know. Strike 3.
Oh no! Too many strikes. Let's see if the other family can steal. You have a chance to steal.
Alright, let's see if my opponents can steal the points. They say
Your answer, survey
can, and it's not up there, so we keep the points.
didn't steal, so the other family keeps the point.
Alright, what answers did we miss?
What about
Alright, number 2, a toy. Oh, that makes sense. And number 5, a sprinkler. Okay.
this round's winner?
Alright, nonetheless, though, we're still off to a pretty good start.
Let's get started.
Alright, now on to round 2.
Alright, let's have a face-off. Name an animal you could recognize just by its nose. We surveyed 100 people. Top 8 answers.
Top 8 answers are on the board.
What do you think?
Name an animal you can recognize just by its nose. An elephant.
What does the survey say? There it is.
Number 1 answer.
Your
I'll play.
This family's going to play. What's your answer?
I will say a dog.
Survey says. There it is.
Number 2.
Let's hear.
Alright, I'll go with a cat.
Will that answer do? Good answer.
Number 5.
Your answer?
How about a bird?
Survey says. Good answer.
Number 7.
Do you have an answer for us?
Horse.
Is it up there? Yes.
Number 6.
What's your answer? You only have a few seconds to answer.
And that's strike 1.
You took too long. Sorry. Your answer? You can do it.
God. It's getting kind of tough a little bit. Strike 2.
Now you've got 2 strikes. Be careful, or the other family can steal. Your answer?
Oh boy.
Almost up.
I don't know. Strike 3.
Oh no! Too many strikes. Let's see if the other family can steal. You can steal some points here.
Alright.
What's your answer?
Let's see what my opponents say as they try to steal the points.
How about that
A
answer?
toucan, and it's not up there, so we're going to once again keep the points.
So the other family keeps the point.
Alright, let's see what answers we missed
What the
here.
other answers were. Let's
Alright,
see.
number 3. A pig. Okay, number 4. Anteater. And number 8. A lion. Okay. Alright, up to 116 points right now. Alright, moving on to round 3, and points are now doubled.
Start around with a face-off. Name something you might need a ladder to clean. We surveyed 100 people. Top 6 answers are
Alright, top 6 answers are on the board.
What do you think?
Name something you might need a ladder to clean. I'll say a shelf.
Survey says. All right.
It's number 5. 4 answers are more popular.
Can you give? Is it up there?
My opponents say it's chandelier, and that's up there at the bottom of the survey at number 6.
Will you play?
Alright, I will play.
Will this family win the board? Let's play. What do you think?
The ceiling?
Survey says yes.
It's number 4. Okay.
Give us your answer, please.
Alright. Let's see.
You only have a few seconds to answer.
Not too sure about the rest of these answers here. I'm going to try very hard right here as best I can.
You took too long.
So that's strike 1.
Do you have an answer for us? You only have a few seconds to answer.
I'll try a truck.
Will that answer do?
No.
You're on your second strike. One more and the other family will be getting ready to steal. What's your answer?
How about the roof?
Was that a good answer? It's there.
It's number 3. Okay.
Give us your answer, please.
Alright, 2 more answers to find. I'll try the attic.
Is it there?
No. Strike 3.
That's 3 strikes. Let's see if the other family can steal.
Alright, time to see if my opponents can steal these points here.
That isn't on the board.
They're gonna say
Let's hear your answer. Is it there?
trees, and it's not up there, so we keep the points yet again.
So the other family keeps the point.
Alright, what were the answers that we missed? The top answer was windows. Okay, and number 2, it eats through. I think that's what it said. That was kind of an interesting answer right there that we missed. But nevertheless, we're up to 164 points, and it's now time to go to round 4, in which points are now tripled.
One reason you might hold your nose. We surveyed 100 people. Top 5 answers.
Top 5 answers are on the board.
Give us your answer, please.
Name a reason you might hold your nose. Sneeze.
Will that answer do? Good answer.
It's number 3. 2 answers are more popular.
Do you have an answer that tops what? Is it up there?
My opponents say board, and I didn't think that was going to be up there.
Time to play?
I'll play.
All right, folks, let's play the feud. Do you have an answer for us?
I'll say bleeding.
Was that a good answer? It's there.
Bloody nose. It's number 4.
What's your answer?
Let's see. Oh, God, this is getting pretty tough right now. Strike 1.
Sorry, you ran out of time. What's your answer? You only have a few seconds to answer.
Strike 2.
You're on your second strike. One more and the other family will be getting ready to steal. What do you think? So what is it?
I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Strike 3.
Sorry, your answer isn't there. The other family has a chance to steal. What's your family's answer?
Alright, let's see if my opponents can steal these points here.
Give us
They're
your
gonna
answer.
say,
Is your answer
for fun. No, I did not think so.
No, you didn't steal.
Alright, so we're gonna keep the points once again.
Points.
Alright, let's see what answers we missed.
Number 1
The top answer was bad smell. Okay. Number 2, underwater. And number 5, blow nose. That's what I was trying to say right here. But it just apparently didn't show up somehow. But it was still up on the board. But anyways, no one's at 300 points, so we're going to sudden death.
Time for a face-off. Name something men buy to wear that they don't try on in a fitting room. We surveyed 100 people. Top answer is on the board. What's your answer?
Name something men buy to wear that they don't try on in a fitting room. A hat?
Almost. Is it up there?
Nope.
Oh, it's not up there. What's your answer? Was that a good answer?
My opponents say belts, and that's not up there either. Alright, so it looks like we're going to a different survey, but let's see if this one will treat me any better.
For triple, it's time for the face-off. Name something a man might put in his hair. We surveyed 100 people. Top answer is on the board. Do you have an answer?
Name something a man might put in his hair. I'll say shampoo.
Survey says...
No.
Sorry, that's not a correct
It
answer.
was still a pretty good answer though, but it's not what we're looking for. My opponents say gel, and that was what we were looking for. So my opponents get that one, but we still have a chance, since nobody's still at 300 points.
We're into sudden death. Only one answer, and it counts for triple. Let's have a face-off. Name something that has a horn. We surveyed 100 people. Top answer is on the board. What's your
Name something that has a horn. I'm gonna go with a car.
survey says? There it is.
And that's the number 1 answer.
Around.
And we also get to go to Fast Money for a shot at $20,000. Let's see how it goes.
You'll answer 5 survey questions. If you win 200 points or more total, you win $20,000. Name an animal you might worry about if you were swimming in the Amazon.
Name an animal you might worry about if you were swimming in the Amazon. I'm going to say an alligator.
Name something people practice in a mirror.
Name something people practice in a mirror. Pass.
Name a famous Ford.
Alright, name a famous Ford. Henry.
Name a body part that often gets broken.
Name a body part that often gets broken. A leg.
Name something a kid might use to travel around the neighborhood.
Name something a kid might use to travel around the neighborhood. A bike.
Name something people practice in a mirror.
Name something people practice in a mirror. Let's go dancing.
For your first answer.
Alright, let's go over these answers here. Alright, alligator got 29.
Survey says.
Alright, dancing,
Third answer.
20.
Survey says.
Henry,
For your fourth.
28. Alright, leg,
For your fifth.
26. And bike,
Survey says. That was the
81, and that was the number 1 answer. Alright, we just need 16 or more points to get the $20,000, so I think we can do it.
If you were swimming in the Amazon.
Name an animal you might worry about if you were swimming in the Amazon. Pass.
Name something people practice in a mirror.
Name something people practice in a mirror. Pass.
Name a famous Ford.
Name a famous Ford. A pass.
Name a body part that often gets broken.
Name a body part that often gets broken. I'll say the arm.
Name something a kid might use to travel around the neighborhood.
Name something a kid might use to travel around the neighborhood. I'll say a skateboard.
Name an animal you might worry about if you were swimming in the Amazon.
Name an animal you might worry about if you were swimming in the Amazon. I'll say a bird.
Name something people practice in a mirror.
Name something people practice in a mirror. I don't know. Well, let's go over these answers that we put down. See how well we down those. Alright, Bird got 3. Alright, how about arm? 44. That was the number 1 answer. And skateboard. 11. Okay. So we got a total of 242 points, and that means we got ourselves $20,000.
Congratulations!
That is how you do it. Glad we were able to get some very nice surveys and fast money to help me get the $20,000. So I'm definitely very happy about that for sure. So anyways, that is going to do it for Family Feud 2010 edition for the Nintendo Wii as part of my 26th birthday special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this. So stay tuned.